It's the responsibility of every government in every country, not just to deal with pressing immediate problems, but also to have the vision and the sense of stewardship to peer beyond the horizon and plan far ahead. But most governments find it very hard to do. Many are consumed by immediate problems or political crisis. They lack the support or the bandwidth to think further ahead. To put it in Singaporean language, where got time? But the PAP government has always planned and acted for the long term, deliberately and systematically. Look where we are gathered today for May Day in an integrated resort at Marina Bay. When did this begin? The government started thinking about reclaiming land here in the 1960s, in the first years of our independence. The reclamation project began in 1971, more than 50 years ago. Then we had to let the reclaimed land settle, master plan the new downtown, and build it phase by phase. 20 years ago, we started talking about IRs. This was one of my first major decisions as PM, whether or not to allow IRs in Singapore, which would introduce casino gambling to Singapore. After a full public debate, we decided to proceed, but with suitable safeguards in place. So if you go downstairs afterwards to have a fling, Singaporeans, I think $150 now entrance fee. So the IRs opened in 2010 just in time to catch the recovery from the global financial crisis, and they took off. Today, we not only have the IRs, but also Gardens by the Bay, the Marina Barrage, Marina Reservoir, the Marina South Downtown, and an iconic skyline around the bay. After half a century, today we've built a Marina Bay that we can all be proud of. But Marina Bay is not done. Singapore is not done. We'll continue to grow and to develop Marina Bay and Singapore for decades to come. What do we want to see in Singapore 50 years from now? Here are some plans already in the pipeline. We are building a new megaport at Tuas and a new Terminal 5 at Changi to strengthen our air and sea hubs. We will reclaim a long island along the east coast to protect ourselves from rising sea levels and create more land and another freshwater reservoir. We always try to hit several birds with one stone. We will redevelop Paya Lebar after relocating Paya Lebar Air Base, as well as the Greater Southern Waterfront after PSA moves to Tuas, to create new spaces for future generations to live, work and play, and accommodate a new NTUC downtown south. We will decarbonize our economy to reach net zero carbon emissions and do our part to mitigate climate change. It's going to be a very difficult journey, this last one, but we have to do it. And I have no doubt that the next team and their successors will conceive more creative and ambitious projects which will challenge us, inspire us, and take our country to the next level. These projects will take decades to come to fruition. They are acts of faith in Singapore's future. Mr. Lee Hsien Loong memorably said, shortly after independence, over 100 years ago, this was a mud-flat swamp. Today, this is a modern city. 10 years from now, this will be a metropolis. Never fear. And this must forever be our mindset. Thinking long term, working towards it with patience and determination, and building lasting strengths for Singapore, way beyond our own generation, for the next 50 years, for the next 100 years.